Hello, how is everybody today? Are you ready for Mondays with Margo? I'm Margo Masri, your heartfelt CFO from Margo's Bookkeeping. I hope everyone's having a fabulous Monday. So for me, my Monday has not been completely fabulous. I've coming out of the weekends, it's always balancing the Monday morning energy and stuff that was not finished on Friday coming into Monday, and then my own personal life, which led me into what to talk about today is how to not sacrifice your health to grow your business. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but about 3 years ago, I wonder if it's 4 years ago now, I had a very bad hip issue. I was in the middle of a fitness session, and all of a sudden I found my hip was, I don't even think I knew it was my hip. And it tore, like I heard it. It was like, and I was in exorbitant amount of pain. And I was with a private coach at the time, and he sat me down, and he recommended me to somebody who literally was someone who I can say thankfully has changed my life in many, many ways. His name is Dr. Jeremy Todd, and his wife Anita. They did so much for me. And I'm just excited to see them today because I see them having more kids. They just bought a house, and there's just so many things. But they have taught me so much strength through movement and exercise and stretches that has helped me. Now, when I was going through this 3 years ago, for 6 months, I could not walk. My office was in a building, and it was on the 3rd floor. So every day I had to walk up and get to the office. And there was a lot of days that I was not able to do the walk because of the pain. And the topic for today is, how do you not sacrifice your health for your business, right? Now, what happened is that my doctor knew how important it was to me to continue my business and take care of my health and my kids. Now, as a mom, we're juggling so much because we're expected to make dinner, cook, take care of ourselves, and take care of our kids and all the things that go with that. But it's like, how do you take care of yourself? And back then, what I thought takes care of myself doesn't take care of me today. What took care of me then was, seeing my doctor every day and doing adjustments and all sorts of things to do that. But what took me from that experience was knowing where I am now, specific exercises and specific things that I can pull in now when I'm in need for different things to support me in my issues, when it comes up. Because my hip, I never had surgery to fix the tear. I have an exorbitant amount of strength around the tear to help me walk every day, which I'm thankful for every single day of my life. And I know so many business owners, when I talk to them, it's all normal stuff that I go through even today, and I went through back then when I had an exorbitant health issue. But it came to this dead end where it took that for me to know how important it was to take care of myself. Now, even just this morning, I was considering to stop doing something for myself that I love because of how much it cost. And there's different levels of what we can say, before we would remove an expense from ourselves for self-care. Now, it's finding what's most important to you and always doing it. Because if you don't do it, if you cancel on yourself, who's to say that the clients won't cancel on you, or your spouse, or your partner, or your friends, or your kids? So it starts within by us taking care of ourselves, and then the rest falls into place. Now, I was on the phone with a friend last night, and she was going through a hard time with things, and it just happens to be something that we're both struggling with. And she said to me, Margo, I said to her, so what helped you? What changed? You know, because her posts, everything was so different watching her. And sorry for my hair. And she said to me, I found the strength within. And that's really what it's about, is when you find the strength within, everything comes out, your desires, your goals, your vision, and everything you want to do. And nothing will stop you from your health coming in the way, because you realize that the strength is within, and if you don't take care of yourself, it becomes like a cloud, and it becomes like a very fuzzy feeling every day that you can't get through. And it's not something that I would want for any of you. So for those of you who are watching the replay or you're live, I want you to, as you're watching this, to take the time and really jot down what means the most for you. What do you love? What do you look forward to in your week outside of work? Is it yoga? Is it tennis? Is it kickboxing? Is it boot camp? What is it that keeps you going every day? Now, if you're not sure and you're still exploring, I would love if you would message me and tag me and let me know that, because I was in that spot too as a business owner, not knowing what I wanted to do. You know, years ago when I had my hip issue and I couldn't walk, I was like a heavy CrossFitter, and I was like every day doing it. And not to say that anything against CrossFit now, but that's what, I didn't know I loved it back then, because I did love it because it revives me and it helped me walk. And if anything, it's the strength I have today. And I had to re-explore it because my body and my life calmed down after that the heaviness of CrossFit wasn't working for me anymore. And that's where I created the love for yoga, that through yoga, I'm able to connect my mind and my body, and to really be able to be creative. Now, when you don't sacrifice your health and you are yourself and you have that inner strength, your creativity becomes blossoming, and it's like a butterfly of a feeling where you get to really touch on those things that are inside that you want to bring out. Now, over the weekend, I was just so tired. I was just so tired. And an incredible cousin of mine texted me on Friday and asked me what I was doing, and ended up got me to come over, and we just sat at the beach, and I just sat. I fell asleep, and I was just holding my reading, and then he says to me, Margo, like, can I just take that reading from you? And he's like, can you just, like, is it going to be the end of the world? And because I was just so stuck to doing more action and more action, but I gave it to him, which was like a big deal. And the rest that I got from that at my action list was so great, because on Sunday, you know, I gave myself that day of rest on Saturday, and then Sunday was a different productive than what I used to have, to really help me get my week going and get into Monday even better. And now you're probably like, hey, Margaret, you said, you know, Monday morning wasn't the best for you. It wasn't the best, but it was also a way of me looking at things that I needed to take care of and to really walk through them. So to land this a little bit for today of Mondays with Margo is, how do you not sacrifice your health? Take the time, like right now, and do like a mind dump of the things that you love, and just schedule it on the calendar as a reminder, and don't cancel on yourself. But when you schedule it, write it in such a way that it speaks with you. So the same way that you're going to go on the sales call is the same way as that you're going to attend this. Now, I used to not put my personal things on my calendar. I used to be like, my Monday morning routine, you know, or my regular morning routine, I'm just going to do it. But certain things were getting done and certain things wasn't. So if I write yoga, it's how I write yoga. Yoga to revive my energy, you know, so that it speaks to me. you know, another example that comes to me when it's not about health, but actually it is health, it's about boundaries. Somebody was showing me their budget and how they wrote their calendar fee, you know, of their scheduling app, how they wrote it. I forget what they wrote, but something like it helps me keep the boundaries in my life. And they wrote it in a much more sophisticated way, but like basically they were writing it that the reason why they pay for it is because it helps them keep the boundaries of business and personal. Now, for me, that speaks to me because I don't love paying for my scheduling app. But once I saw that, I was like, this is another health decision for me that I need that, because with that, my clients get their reminders, my prospects get the reminders so that they show up to the phone calls and it's not for me to worry about, so that when I look at my calendar, I don't worry who's showing up and who's not, is it placed right and all of that, because I set up the calendar in such a way of what I want to happen will happen. So for instance, you know, I want prospects to be on certain days of the week and certain times. I like to be on my prospect calls more in the afternoon than the morning, and then that's how my calendar shows up. I give my most then, and that's how I set it up. So this is another way on how I take care of my health so that I don't have to sacrifice growing my business and get the best of both worlds. So I hope this helped you. And if you need help discovering any of that, feel free to tag me. I would be so honored and I would be so grateful to help you so that you can continue and grow and scale your business, as this is the beginning of the third quarter, and killing and scaling those opportunities now is so key and important to the beginning of the month. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and tag me with any questions that you have. I would love to help you. I love you all. Bye.